And hi there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Steve Raleigh, and with all the interest coming up for tomorrow in the forecast, because it's going to be the first time some areas, could very well be challenged with some travel, with the weather conditions. So I thought it'd be time for doing maybe a little Facebook Live. We'll try and get your questions on here as well as we continue. First and foremost, though, it's probably the best thing we can do is going to likely give you a little forecast right off the top. I'm going to try and get to all the questions here. We're going to air for the next few minutes here while we try and get everything together. And as we do that, I guess we'll start off with kind of an overview of what's happening in the forecast. Make sure I get this up for you here and punch this up. And yeah, here we go. All right, so looking at it then, I've got your exact timeline for the area. We'll kind of highlight that for you. When we'll feel like the teens, because the other aspect to what's happening is it's going to be those winter-like conditions coming back. And then finally, what I'm kind of sarcastically calling Mother Nature's little gift in the forecast. All right, well, our 9 first warning weather. As we look at it, you'll notice that the entire tri-state's all in that kind of blue-purple color. That indicates a winter weather advisory. It's going to kick off tomorrow at 10 o'clock, continue all day right through 1 a.m. on Tuesday. Because most of the day we end up seeing some of the snow squalls, snow showers that could turn into snow squalls as we head through the day. As for temperatures, airing right now on this 17th of December at 6:46, we've got temperatures that are in the middle to upper 40s. These temperatures here will be the warmest we'll see now, probably for about the next almost 72 hours. Temperatures will be falling overnight, of course, and then kind of holding steady to falling for tomorrow, and then staying cold as well as we head into Tuesday's forecast. So the overview in the forecast looks like this for you. You'll notice as we roll through tonight, we're going to continue with some clouds through midnight, 4 o'clock, and into the morning hours, we're going to start to see the chance for some snow showers. By about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll start to see a few coming in out of the northwest. So for you folks in southeast Indiana by Franklin and Fayette Union counties and maybe parts of Butler, you could start to see some snow showers around that time. But as we head to the midday, that's when we're going to start to see some snow showers around and the winds picking up. And we're going to see some wind gusts to about 35 miles an hour. So that is what is the problem. Now, it's not going to happen for everybody, but this cold front that you see behind me will trigger the snow showers and bring in the winds that will really be problematic for us at times. That's the real issue here. Not everybody will have an issue on the roadways. It's not going to happen all day. It's going to be highly selective, and it's going to be periodic as we continue through our Monday. So let's take a look at more of the specifics for you. The front's going to move through. The winds come sweeping in out of the northwest, and you'll see the coloration of that snow. And what's happening is all the winds out of the northwest are going to scoop up a little moisture that's out of the main system and coming off of the lakes, and then it draws it down on top of us. So watch as it kind of pinwheels down over us and we stay cloudy. That is at least until Tuesday, and then the rest of the week we may see some sunshine on Tuesday. It's going to be cold, and then we'll be generally dry until we have another chance for maybe some rain coming up on Friday. But specifically coming up for tomorrow, here's 1 o'clock in the morning now on your Wednesday. Watch the little green on the screen come flying through. Yeah, we have a chance for a couple of showers because temperatures will still be up over freezing at that point. And then we're going to start to see that very cold air come in through the day. This is 10 o'clock on Monday, and you start to see what we're talking about, the possibility of some snow showers. Now, at the first part of the morning, the winds, as I'll show you in a moment, not enough to create that visibility issue. But through the day, as we continue to see snow showers, this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, we end up seeing winds at this point gusting to about 30 or maybe 35 miles an hour. And if you get caught up in one of these dark blue shaded areas where it's snowing pretty good, snow showers, and then the winds are swirling, that's the issue. Then on top of it, the likelihood of seeing one or two of these areas lay down a little glaze, not out of the question. This is a typical scenario for us when we first start to see a small snow like this with some winds at the same time. Unfortunately, I've seen it too many times before where it's just one case in one area, and then all of a sudden we've got some crashes to talk about as we head through the afternoon. So now here's 6 p.m. You start to see the snow showers not as pervasive or as widespread. We still have a few around. We also start to see some clearing. We could see some flurries after about dinner time, early evening, and that would be, I think, it as we see it right now. And then we start to see some clearing going into Tuesday morning. Okay, so here's the snowfall from Future View. Most folks, maybe a dusting on the grass, no big deal, nothing at all. The ground's too warm. At least initially, and it is a possibility, though, some areas could see an inch of snow. There's going to be enough of this snow shower or these isolated examples of heavier snow showers that could lay down a little bit of a dusting. But again, that's not the biggest deal. The winds, now take a look at this. Here's 10 a.m. We've got 30 miles an hour in Connorsville. We've got 21 in Cincinnati, 25 in Alexandria. So the winds are blowing good, but we're not seeing what really is the afternoon problem, and that is almost everybody near 30 or over. So you're looking at that yellow shade that you see here. That's all wind gusts at 30 or above. Then here we go into the afternoon at 4. We start seeing that same pattern setting up. By 6 o'clock, we continue to see some wind gusts in and around that 30. And then after that, we start seeing some of those gusts start dying down a little bit around the tri-state. So then we start getting a little bit better forecast news for us. So here's the forecast for you as we look at it. And then I've got a few comments here I see on our Facebook page, so I'll try and take those in a moment here. So we're looking at cloudy skies, chance overnight toward daybreak of a shower, rain, 36. And then as we head through the day, we are calling for a 9-1 warning weather alert day for tomorrow. Want to elevate your senses and get you ready. Again, not everybody will see this. It will be some flurries or a snow shower blows by. It's more the fact that I'm worried that one or two areas folks aren't ready for it, for both the light snow and the winds swirling around. You'll notice my temperatures through the day really won't be moving very much, and we start falling off as soon as 6 o'clock. But this is Cincinnati, that heat island. You know, other areas in Butler County, southeast Indiana, Warren County, Clinton, temperatures will be colder than this. So, you know, it is possible that you could have some issues on the roadways later on in the day driving home. So our Super 9 day then shows how it's really cold by tomorrow night. I've got 22 degrees, as you'll notice, then 35 to 23. By the time we get back to Wednesday, we end up seeing conditions that are back around seasonal. In fact, even a couple of degrees above. We're talking about 46 degrees. Oh, right, I should mention Christmas. As we get to the end of the week, right now, the models are all over the place with showers for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even Monday as well. There is a little bit of consensus that shows a bit of rain for Saturday and maybe also on Christmas as well. I wouldn't hold that solid, but that's the early cut at it. Of course, you know, with our 9 day, we'll be showing you that every night so you can see what the story is. Let me see if I can grab a couple of comments here and get in here. Take me a second to pull these up. Hold on. I'm trying to pull them up now. Here we are. Joel says, is this going to be a major concern for my evening commute around 6 or 7 as I travel between lakes? No. The answer is not a major concern. And in fact, you probably won't have any issues, as I've kind of mentioned. And that's the difficulty sometimes and why I wanted to do a Facebook Live. You know, when I'm under the pinch of a certain amount of time, if you're not listening really closely, when I'm on 9, you might miss this message. This is the message. It's not going to be for everybody. Some folks will see this problem, and that's why we want to make sure we talk about it. Hi, Stephanie from Highland County. Oh, come on, Harold, really? Harold has the audacity to say it's not a big deal, one-word drama. You know, I got to tell you something, Harold. Let me just tell you directly. This is the point of doing this. is to alert folks in case so we don't have issues. Are you going to tell me, as someone who has been around the tri-state, you haven't seen 1 inch of snow cause a major issue on a roadway around here when something just like this happens? That's why we get out here and say it and put it into context. And one person has to spoil the overall. Come on, man. All right, what else? Evelyn, my son goes to work at 5 o'clock till 10. Would it be okay in the Cheviot area? Yeah, I think most likely, absolutely. Again, just to emphasize the point. This is going to be an issue for just a few isolated areas, and it may not be an issue at all for folks at all. But the point is the problems are there, and it's why the National Weather Service as well feels the same way about what I'm forecasting, which is they've issued a winter weather advisory. It's one of those occasions that you've got to elevate everybody's senses to be ready for anything that could happen. Let me see if I got any more. Let's see. Enjoying this. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's see. And I see where you're enjoying it. Nathan writes in, I'm enjoying this from my apartment in Phoenix, 77 degrees and sunny. Well, good for you. It's a nice way to enjoy it. Nathan, is the only thing that is ice is probably going to be in your glass over the next 24 hours. Okay, if there's no more questions, and it looks like there might not be, let me just refresh here, see if we get anybody else. Let's see if there's anything else. No, oh, okay. Let's see, Carolyn. Okay, Evelyn, thank you very much. Yep. What about Highland County? Yeah, Stephanie, that's interesting. I would say this. The possibility of any issues happening tomorrow, because of how the wind flow comes off of the lakes. The folks from Butler, Warren, and especially Clinton Highland, it's kind of like this. And that generally is the favorable area for something happening. So I would be a little bit more sensitive to what we're talking about if you live in those spots. And you're very welcome, Carolyn. So I guess that's probably about it. That gave you a good roundup of what's going on, and this will live here on the page anyway, so folks can watch it afterwards. Steve Areno here saying, take it easy tomorrow. Just be aware what's going on. Everybody has the radar on their phone. Make sure you have that Storm Shield weather app, and you can check where the snow showers are happening, and likely everything will go fine for tomorrow. We'll see you tonight at 11 o'clock if you come back for us. Have a good night.